So let's just talk about the bucket sort algorithm. So in bucket sort, we divide the elements into several groups and we call them buckets. And then we sort these buckets individually. Either we can use another algorithm, like we can use the insertion sort or the merge sort, or we can recursively apply the bucket sort also. And once we're done with the sorting, then we can just concatenate them. So in bucket sorting algorithm, we have three main steps. First of all, we distribute the elements, then we sort the elements, and then we concatenate all the buckets. So let's just try to understand these steps with one example. So suppose we have these numbers, we wanted to sort these numbers using the bucket sort. So you can notice these numbers fall in the range from 0 to 1. So that means we can create 10 buckets and we can put these numbers in those buckets. So first of all, we have the bucket B0. This way we're gonna create 10 buckets. So here we have created 10 buckets from bucket 0 to bucket 9. Now we have to put these numbers in those buckets. So in the steps, first of all, we have created n empty buckets. Next, we have to distribute the elements. So the first step is to multiply each element by n. So because all the elements in fractional part, so we're gonna multiply this number with n, because here n is 10, so we're gonna multiply this with 10, and then we have to use the integer part of the result as the bucket index. So we can float this result. So multiplying this, will have the output as 6.1, and after floating that result, we're gonna have the output as 6. So we can use that result as the bucket index. So that means now we have to insert that element into the corresponding bucket. So that means the value 0.61 will go inside the bucket 6. So this way we have to apply the same formula. So that means for 0.85 we have to multiply with 10, and then we have to float the result. So the output will be 8. So the 8 is the bucket index. So that means this element will go into our bucket 8. So this way this 0.56 will go inside the bucket 5. So this way we can put all the elements in their corresponding bucket. So that means we are done with this distribution part. So now we have to sort each bucket. So here in average case, if the distribution is uniform, so here you can see all the bucket has only one element. So that means the distribution is uniform. So in that case, here we do not need to perform any kind of sorting. So that means the elements are already sorted. So now in step 4, we have to concatenate all the buckets. So because the buckets are already sorted, all the bucket has only one element, so we have to retrieve the sorted elements from each bucket in order. So that means in the sorted output, we're just gonna concatenate them. So first of all, we're gonna have 0.03, then 0.15, and this way we have to concatenate all of them together. And this is the sorted output of all the numbers. So it is the best case scenario. Here the distribution is uniform. So because of this, it has the time complexity of O(n). So let's now talk about the worst case scenario, where one single bucket has all the elements. So this is one example for the worst case scenario. You can see here all these numbers fall under the same bucket. So this 0.31 will go into this bucket 3. So in this worst case, because the numbers are non-uniformly distributed, they fall under the same bucket. So in this case, we have to use another algorithm to sort them. So we can use the insertion sort inside this bucket to sort these elements. So that means first of all we have 0.31, then we have this 0.39. So the 0.39 will come after this 0.31. Then we have 0.35. So the 0.35 will be inserted in between the 0.31 and 0.39. And next we have this 0.37. So the 0.37 will go in between these 0.35 and 0.39. And you can see now the numbers are sorted. So now all you have to do is concatenate all those buckets. to get the sorted output. So in this case of worst case, the time complexity will be order of n square because we are using the bucket sort, and also internally to sort the elements we are using the insertion sort. So the overall complexity will be order of n square. So this is the way the bucket sort works. We have to follow 3 simple steps. We have to distribute them, we have to sort them, and then we have to concatenate them. So hope you understand about this bucket sorting algorithm. See you in the next one. Take care.